Hey YouTube, it's Brian, and right now I am in between Talking Dead and Comic Book Men. Yeah, so I thought I'd just make a video for you guys real quick. But I do have a question. What is the deal with why do they gotta put Comic Book Men on at midnight and replay the new episode of Walking Dead at 11 o'clock? I mean, come on. Either you've watched it or you've DVR'd it, and so why not just put Comic Book Men on a decent hour? I mean, come on. I know a lot of people don't like it or whatever, but I like the show. I think it's interesting. It's fun, whatever. But at fucking midnight? Come on, man. I gotta go to school in the morning and shit. So, yeah, so I thought I would make a video, and this video is mostly recent purchases from eBay, and I have a few books that I pulled out of a Craigslist buy that I mentioned it in my last video, that I bought like 6 long boxes, and man, I've none almost none of these books were bagged and boarded. I'd say probably out of 6 long boxes, I'd say probably 20 books were bagged and boarded. There's a bunch that are bagged and they're old as fuck. They're yellow. They're just piss yellow and just old as shit. And then there's a bunch of them that just weren't even bagged at all. For the most part, most of the books are actually in pretty good shape, considering that they were in boxes that weren't full. So there was a lot of room for some of these books to bend and warp. But surprisingly, the spines on those books, most of those books, surprisingly, the spines are in good shape. And so the ones that were bent, they weren't wrinkled, they weren't creased, they just had a bow in them. So for those books that I've taken and thrown into bags and boards already, and I've stacked them up, and that's pretty much taken a lot of that bend out of those books. So that's pretty cool. But I got doubles, triples. I've even got like 8, 9 copies of the same book. I've got a bunch of Thor books, around the 340, 350 range. I've got a bunch of Moon Knights. I have a bunch of Micronauts. I just got a bunch of stuff like that. I've got some new Teen Titans. I guess there's at least 2 volumes of the new Teen Titans. I've got quite a few of those books. I've just got a bunch of stuff. But anyways, I'm just going to show you a few of the books that I pulled out of there that I'm going to keep for myself, and the rest of them I'm probably going to pass on. But anyways, I'll get to showing you those right now. So a lot of those Moon Knight and Micronaut books, I'm going to keep at least, one of each of those for myself, just because I don't have any of them, and I think they'd be pretty cool. But these books right here are some that are actually not in great shape, but they're Captain America books that I don't have. So, like 281. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it, but like right here, this is the worst of these books, is like this. But like the corners are really sharp. But yeah. So this little lot of Captain America books are they're much better than I thought they would be. So I have 281 just for my collection. These are going to be filler until I can find better copies that have better spines. 280, don't know why I've got them stacked in the wrong order, but I do. Anyways, just fixed that problem. 292, yeah. This next one is, damn, I did not put these in order at all. So next one is 289, and this cover is really, really cool. It goes back to like the old days of Captain America with this checker going on here. The MC for, I guess it's Marvel Comics, and just all these word bubbles, and Bernie America, I think is what they're calling her, and then the MODOK, Red Skull, amalgamation. I can't say the fucking word, but amalgam. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so yeah, this one looked kind of cool. I'm interested in getting into this and reading it. Next, I have Mother Night. It's Captain America 290. Cap 293. Nomad's not looking happy there. 294. There we go. Got rid of it. No more glare. 297. This looks like it's just another retelling of, you know, how Cap ended up suspended animation, how Bucky ended up not as dead as we thought. Then 298. There we go. And then I've got a couple over here that are also Captain America. And originally I was not going to keep these for myself. I was going to give them away to a friend. But after having them out of the box for a while, I thought, they turned out to be not as bad as I thought they were. So these three are three that I don't have. And these three are in pretty good shape. The spines are all nice. The corners are pretty good. So I have 311 here. 312. So that's pretty good. And then 319. So hold on right now, quick. So that's it for what I'm keeping. So I had to order more bags and boards for these books. I've ordered like 1,000 of them, bags and boards off of Amazon, and I just used I think Ultra Pro bags and boards. I know Mylar and half bags and Mylites and all that shit is supposed to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, but guess what? I'd rather spend my money on my comic books, and a lot of these books are just books that I'm going to move on anyway, so I'm not going to, buy the expensive bags and boards for them. So, I'm going to get to my eBay purchases, my most recent ones. Now, these ones have been over the period of about 2 weeks, and I was kind of, I've been ranting about eBay lately about how greedy some people can be, but I think most of these I bought from either auctions or I bought them from Buy It Now, where the seller had make an offer, and so I prefer those over the Buy It Nows because at least the seller's willing to be reasonable as far as the prices that that they're asking for. So I've got Avengers 48. I think this is honestly, this is not. I'm kind of bottom feeding with this book, like really bottom feeding with this book. It's not in good shape at all. I don't remember what he was asking for originally, but I think I offered him like $5 for it, and he took it. So I was like, "Yay, that's great." So, and I got it because I really like the Black Knight, and it says, as you can see, Black Knight lives again. I haven't read it yet. I need to get into it and read it, but I really do like I love the cover. I love the artwork on it. So this is going to be a book that I'm going to be looking for a high grade copy in the future because I really do like the book. Now I've got a pet peeve here. Like the last time I mentioned, newsstand variants. Now I think that's a bullshit phrase and term. I think reader copy is I know some people use it a lot, but I think reader copy is a bullshit term too because honestly, I don't give a fuck. I'm reading my comic books. With the exception of what I'm about to be a hypocrite and show you here in a second. But anyways, for the most part, if I've got comic books that are unslabbed, I'm going to open them and read them because I love them. So anyways, we'll move on to the next book that I picked up. This is Avengers 38. Still kind of lower grade, kind of bottom feeding a little bit, but I'm not quite the catfish. I'm a little bit further up on the food chain with this book. The dude was asking $35 for it, and I made him an offer of $18, and he accepted it, and I was very happy with that. And for a minute, I was like, man, maybe I really should have offered him like $10. Maybe I should start being a douchebag and like, I'll give you nothing for that book. But anyways, so it was $35. I'm sorry, it was $18. Now, there's one problem. that I'm really not happy about that I couldn't see in the picture is right here. Damn it. All right. So the staple is not centered. And so as you open this book up, you can see where it's been tearing the cover. And I know that I've had dealers and store owners try to bullshit me with this. I went to this one guy and he had a copy of Captain America 100, and I'm not shitting you when I say this. The staples were at least a quarter of an inch in from the spine, and it was a nice copy of the book, but those staples were in there like a quarter of an inch. And this guy's trying to tell me, and I get this. He's like, oh well, if it's a manufacturer's defect, it doesn't affect the grade of the book. Now you can accept that all you want, and I'm not going to argue with you, but I am going to say this. That when the staples are not on the spine, you can end up tearing the cover just from opening the book. And I'm not going to pay you a high grade price for a book that has staples a quarter of an inch or more from the spine. Yeah, I get it. It's a manufacturer's defect, but you know what? I'm just not buying that, man. I just think that's just a load of poo. All right. So these next two books are slabbed, and this will bring my whole CGC collection to a total of 4 books. But I was kind of inspired to buy it, this next book, after watching Cougar Comics. He got a copy of The Incredible Hulk, I think maybe like 112, something like that. It was like an 8.5. And he had a little mini contest where, guess how much I paid for the book. And he ended up paying for like less than $25 for this book. And he said that he bids a lot of books, doesn't win a lot of those auctions, but he bids on a lot of them, low bids or whatever, which is great. Now, as far as CGC books go, I don't mind paying a little extra for a book than what it goes for in the price guide, but I don't want to pay like hundreds of dollars more for a book. Just because it's CGC. But this book, next one, is Avengers 39. And this is the best grade Silver Age book that I own. It's a 9.0. There we go. And I was just, after watching his video, I was just kind of goofing off on eBay, and I found this, and I'm like, oh, well, let me put a bid in on it. And it was an auction. And then I ended up getting this book for... With shipping, it ended up costing me $85.41. And in Overstreet, at 9.0, it goes for, well, they list it for $92. So I got it for slightly less than price guide, which I'm very happy about. Now, the thing is when I get in this, or when I start looking at this book, I'm like, really? This is a 9.0? I mean, it's really, really nice. But it's got writing on the back cover. That's probably why it's a 9.0. But the back cover is not exactly white. I don't know. I'm as far as grading goes, I've never really been that great at it. I've never really tried to grade books that much. I just kind of like go by my gut on whether or not I want to pay the prices people are asking. So, yeah. So now I will need a reader copy. I'm a fucking hypocrite. Sorry, folks. But anyways, yeah. So 9.0, just slightly under price guide. So I'm very happy with that book. Next one is, I already have this book. And this is a 9.6 copy of X-Men 137. And again, like, look at the spine on this book. It's these thicker books, that Marvel put out. It's rolled, like, it's pretty rolled over. I wonder if that was perfect, if that had got a 9.8. But, so it's a 9.6, and it's The Death of Jean Grey. And I'm very, very, very happy with this book. Again, this is one of those ones where I was like, I'm goofing off on eBay, might as well just throw something in there. And I ended up getting this book for, I wrote it down here in a second. With shipping, 9.6 cost me $102.29. Now, in the price guide, a 9.2 goes for $95 according to Overstreet's price guide. So, and we all know that when it gets above 9.2, you're kind of just guessing on prices. So like they can be all over the place. So I feel like just paying $7 over a 9.2 grade is pretty good. It's a decent deal. So this is only the 4th CGC book I bought, and it's the 2nd X-Men CGC book that I have. The first one is a giant size X-Men that I purchased raw back in like '98, and I sent it off and got it graded in like '99. That was just about the time that CGC came on the scene. These next books are eBay also, and they're not graded, and there's really nothing super special about them except for I really like the covers. These came out when I wasn't really into collecting comics, so I really wasn't buying new comics, so I totally missed the boat on these. And so they cost me a bit, but holy shit, this is a thick book. So it's issue 600 of The Amazing Spider-Man is the first one. I'm not a huge fan of this cover, but I got it because it came in a lot. And this lot had 601, which is absolutely amazing. I really do like these. I'm pretty sure this is J. Scott Campbell, but oh, there he is. Yep. His name is hidden down here in the sofa in the shadows. So yeah, it's a J. Scott Campbell cover, and we all know we love, or a lot of us really like his work. Next one is 602, and another Mary Jane cover. So there we go. That's trying to get rid of the glare. Then, and I don't know who did this cover. I haven't even opened this book yet, but I really like it. It's a nice cover. Next one is 603. Whoever SR is the one who did this cover. So yeah, really liking these covers. This next one is I don't see his name as being a credit, but I think it's Leonin. I can't say the guy's name, but anyways, there's Amazing Spider-Man 604. Then this next one is kind of a silly cover, and I don't see. I'm sure any number of you guys can tell me who did this, but so it's 605. It's Spider Cupid there. Now I've already got these next 2 books, but I really like them so much that I didn't mind. I really got this auction. I really went after this lot for 604, 603, 602, and 601 because I didn't have these books. 600 is a nice surprise, and the one with the Spider Cupid is kind of cool. But these next 2, I bought these recently at a small comic show. So that's 60, and I love these covers. 606, and Black Cat getting a little, Mary Jane getting a little jealous, Campbell rocking it again, and this one is awesome. It's nothing like your sexy girlfriend in one of your t-shirts in the morning, right guys? So this is J. Scott Campbell on 607. And I think that's going to wrap up this video for now. Unless I can look around real quick and find anything else to add to it. Oh, yeah, so I was getting bags and boards and I bought Serenity #1 the other day. Nothing special. So yeah, these give you a quick example of some of those books that I bought. See how the corners kind of bend down? That's pretty much been the problem with some of these books. But like on this one, the spine is still really nice. The only problem with this book is it's got some water damage, so I will probably shred this book because I don't want to pass this on to somebody else. But damn it. So yeah, these books, these are all Micronauts. But yeah, I mean, like, check it out. I got these are ones that were damaged slightly that I don't feel like I'm thinking about not passing these on to anybody else because I wouldn't want to get books like these from somebody. Um, I don't know. I guess some people wouldn't mind it, but I'm looking to get at least $1 a book out of these just so I can make my money back on them. And like this issue 20, this one's really bad. It's like somebody wrinkled the whole cover up. And these are probably the worst case of of all these books that I bought. So anyway, I found I don't know if anybody's Cloak and Dagger fan out there, but they did a mini series. Oh damn! Oh, should have turned that up sooner. Anyways, so Marvel did a Cloak and Dagger miniseries back in the 80s, 1 through 4. I've got like 3 sets of those. Yeah, so like I said, when my bags and boards get in from Amazon and I have a chance to actually bag and board up these comics, I will probably go through them and at least show you guys the ones that most of them or all of them that I'm going to keep for myself, and I will probably put up a trade or sale video. Yeah, I just gotta wait for the bags and boards to come in. Cause I went to my comic shop and I asked them if they could cut me a deal on 1,000 bags and boards, and they're like, normally we would, but we just bought a collection and we need all of our bags and boards for that. So I was going in and hitting them up for like 200-300 books, bags and boards at a time, just so I could. And I kind of I think I went through their available stock of that stuff already. So I think I bagged up at least 400 books already. And I still have 5.5 or like 5 boxes to go. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching for the 22 minutes that this has taken, and y'all have a good night.